January 24th, 1993. A cold wind sweeps through the streets of New York City. The sun struggles to penetrate the heavy winter fog, casting an eerie glow on the bustling crowds below. Amidst the cacophony of car horns and the distant sirens, the city seems oblivious to the danger lurking beneath the surface. High above the city, nestled among the steel and glass giants of downtown Manhattan, the World Trade Center stands as a testament to human ingenuity and a symbol of America's economic might. But today, like every day, there are those who would do it harm. The year is 1993, and at this moment, the threat to the World Trade Center comes from a source that no one could have anticipated, a sleeper agent lying low in the crowded metropolis. His name is Ramzi Youssef, and he's been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The plan has been months in the making, involving countless hours of surveillance, reconnaissance, and preparation. Now, in a nondescript garage somewhere in the maze of New York's boroughs, several men had gathered around a table covered in tools and equipment. Their faces, illuminated by the dim light, are etched with determination and a fanatical zeal. Every piece of equipment has a purpose. There are scales for measuring, beakers for mixing, and crucibles for heating. On the table lies a collection of chemicals, powders, and liquids that to the untrained eye look like common household items. But to those who know better, they are the ingredients of a deadly concoction. Under the careful guidance of Youssef, each step is precise and methodical. No room for error exists. The fate of thousands hangs in the balance, and they must be exact. The garage is their laboratory, their workshop, and their battleground. Within these four walls, they are creating a weapon of unimaginable power, one that will forever change the course of history. As they work, their movements are fluid and practiced, a well-rehearsed dance of death. They measure, mix, and stir, all the while discussing their impending attack in hushed tones. Each word is laden with significance, each pause pregnant with anticipation. The bomb is nearly complete. The ticking clock serves as a constant reminder of the urgency of their task. Soon, their creation will be ready, and they must be prepared. Suddenly, Youssef stops, his eyes narrowing in concentration. Something is not right, and he can feel it in his gut. Quickly, he motions for everyone to stop their work and gather around him. Together, they examine their creation, searching for the flaw that could jeopardize their entire operation. Time is running out. They must find the problem and fix it before it's too late. The pressure is immense, and the stakes are even higher. The fate of millions, perhaps billions, rests on their shoulders. Can they succeed, or will their efforts come crashing down around them? In the tense moments that follow, the team works feverishly to identify the issue with their device. Sweat beads on their foreheads, and their hands tremble slightly, betraying the tension that grips them. But Youssef remains calm. Years of training and experience have honed his instincts, and he knows that they will find the solution. After what seems like an eternity, they isolate the problem to a minor malfunction in the detonator. With a heavy heart, realizing the risk this poses, Youssef makes the call to delay the attack. He knows that lives are at stake, and he won't take any chances. Communicating with his accomplices, Youssef gives the order to stand down. The mission, which has been so close to fruition, must be postponed. But this is only a temporary setback. Youssef is determined to complete their objective, and nothing will stand in his way. The thought of death and destruction motivates him, and is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. While the immediate danger has passed, the threat remains. The bomb is still a deadly threat, and Youssef knows that he must act again. However, this time, he needs to make some adjustments. Carefully, he directs his team to reinforce the detonator, ensuring that it will function properly when the time comes. The safety of the device is paramount, and he won't tolerate any more setbacks. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Youssef, authorities are closing in on him. The delay in the attack has given them just enough time to piece together the puzzle. Every clue, no matter how small, is meticulously examined, leading them closer to Youssef and his network. The game is on, and Youssef finds himself on the run, forced to evade the authorities. He leaves the apartment and disappears into the labyrinthine streets of New York. The city that once felt like his home now becomes his prison. He's trapped in a maze of his own making. Meanwhile, the manhunt intensifies. Authorities are determined to capture Youssef, knowing that he possesses a weapon of mass destruction. The pressure is mounting, and the clock is ticking. Youssef knows that he can't hide forever. Sooner or later, they'll find him. The stage is set for a final showdown. Will the authorities succeed in capturing Youssef before he can detonate the bomb? Or will he strike first, plunging the city into chaos and destruction? Stay tuned to find out. It's hard to believe, but there was an attempt to blow up the World Trade Center long before 9/11. In 1993, a terrorist named Ramzi Youssef assembled a team of fanatics in New York City. They cooked up a massive bomb using everyday materials like fertilizer and diesel fuel. Their plan was simple. Youssef would park a van packed with explosives underneath the North Tower and then escape. When the bomb exploded, it would collapse the entire structure, causing untold damage and loss of life. But Youssef got cold feet at the last minute and called off the attack. To this day, we don't know why he changed his mind. Maybe he was scared of going to jail for the rest of his life, or maybe he just didn't feel like doing it anymore. Whatever the reason, he made the right call because this bomb was no joke. It was big enough to kill thousands of people and bring down one of the tallest buildings in the world. Even though the attack never happened, it's still considered to be one of the most ambitious terrorist plots ever devised. Youssef and his accomplices were eventually caught and sentenced to prison, but not before leaving a lasting impact on the world. The 1993 World Trade Center bombing attempt was a wake-up call for America. It showed that our country was vulnerable to attack, even on our own soil. It also showed us the kind of enemy we were up against: fanatical terrorists who would stop at nothing to achieve their goals. In the aftermath of this attack, America took steps to protect itself against future threats. But it's important to remember that those threats are still out there. We should never let our guard down because you never know what's around the corner. Why did Ramzi Youssef choose the World Trade Center? What made this towering symbol of American capitalism and global trade such a compelling target for him? Youssef's choice of the World Trade Center as his target was a deliberate and calculated one, driven by a combination of factors that speak to the nature of the terrorist mindset. Firstly, the World Trade Center represented everything that Youssef and his extremist allies hated about the United States. As a shining symbol of American wealth, success, and cultural dominance, it embodied the values that they sought to destroy. By attacking this icon, they aimed to strike at the core of American identity and challenge its superiority on the global stage. Furthermore, the World Trade Center was not just a random target. It was chosen specifically for its potential to cause maximum damage. Ramzi Youssef understood the strategic importance of the building and the devastating impact that an attack there could have. With thousands of people working and visiting the complex daily, a successful attack would result in a high death toll, sending shockwaves both domestically and internationally. Moreover, the symbolic value of the target played a crucial role in Youssef's decision. The World Trade Center stood as a physical manifestation of the economic and political power that the United States wielded. By destroying it, Youssef aimed to shatter the image of American invincibility and demonstrate that no nation or individual was truly safe from their reach. Finally, the personal motivations of Youssef himself cannot be overlooked. Driven by a deep-seated hatred and resentment towards the United States, he saw the attack as a means of striking back at a country he perceived as oppressive and unjust. For Youssef, the World Trade Center symbolized everything he wanted to destroy, making it the perfect target for his twisted agenda. What if the deadliest terrorist attack in US history wasn't the one on 9/11? What if it was the one planned in 1993? If Ramzi Youssef had followed through with his plan to detonate a van bomb underneath the North Tower of the World Trade Center in 1993, the death toll could have been staggering. The bomb that Youssef planned to use was no small device. It was a massive explosion that could have easily claimed thousands of lives. If you found this video interesting, please share your thoughts in the comments section. Your feedback is greatly appreciated and helps us create more engaging content for you. Thanks for watching.